Bloody hell, mate, what a year for anime. So many amazing series, some which absolutely surprised me. Let's get into this and let me rank my top 5 favorite anime of 2024. Number 5, Demon Slayer Season 4. I'm not gonna lie, I was not entertained by the first 7 episodes of Demon Slayer. I was incredibly bored. I feel like out of all the seasons, this one should have been done as a film. Yes, it was cool seeing the Hashiras doing their thing, but so much fluff was in it. It could have been trimmed down and turned into a movie in my opinion. But all that goes away because of the final episode of the season, episode 8, which blew me away, no pun intended. The intense dynamic between Muzan and Master Kagaya, and seeing all the Hashiras show their loyalty and friendship towards Kagaya was really heartwarming to watch, the way they were all charging towards Muzan. And of course the animation was absolutely insane. Ufotable know their stuff. And I'm so happy that the next arc will be a movie adaptation. That is where Demon Slayer belongs, on the big screen, in the cinemas. Can't wait. Season 4 gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Number 4, Kaiju number 8. It's so refreshing to see a main character be in your age range instead of the typical shonen teenage boy. All the characters are unique and spunky and three-dimensional. None of them feel flat, none of them feel dull. They are all entertaining to watch and they all have their unique traits. I was entertained and quite moved by a lot of the episodes, and the animation was quite slick in my opinion. Kafka transforming into the Kaiju number 8 will never be boring to me. So flashy, so dynamic. You love to see it, mate. A negative that I had with Kaiju number 8 is that I did feel like Mina was quite cold to Kafka at times. I mean, it's not like he did anything wrong. He just couldn't be a strong warrior who could defend Mina. It felt like Mina was ignoring him for the majority of the series, and she seemed very cold and uncaring. Something about her just rubbed me the wrong way. I much prefer Kikaru. She was feisty, she had a more interesting personality, an overall more enjoyable character in my opinion. Number 3, Solo Leveling. I just finished watching this series and my review will come out shortly, but I must admit, it surprised me, dude. It was very, very dark at times. The first 2 episodes left me speechless. I could not believe what I was seeing on screen. I love how all the characters aren't perfect. They do have their flaws. They're quite morally grey, mainly the side characters. And our main shonen boy trying to level up is incredibly inspiring to me. No matter how many times people say that you're a loser and a weakling and a no good for nothing person, don't listen to them. Just rise up and get stronger, and who knows, one day you can make your dreams come true. Another negative is that sometime after episode 4, when Jin became more serious and one with his powers, his personality started to change a little bit. He became colder, serious, and not as lovable compared to how he used to be. I know he's become more serious, and especially after he killed those guys in episode 7, but I do feel like I was becoming a bit disconnected from Jin because him wanting to be strong became less about helping his family and more about him wanting power and becoming the strongest. It's just a nitpick that I had. At number 2, we have My Hero Academia Season 7. Oh my gosh, dude, this might be my favorite season of the entire My Hero anime. There were so many great moments, from the Stars and Stripes battle to the shocking revelation as to who the UA traitor was, Bakugo's emotional moment, Deku and Shigaraki's fight was absolutely stunning. I could not believe what Bones were doing. The beautiful end to the Todoroki family story arc, without a doubt the best story arc in the entire series. Toga and Ochako having that emotional moment, Ochako finally understanding Toga for who she is, but also seeing some of the villains who were arrested in the earlier seasons like Gentle Criminal and the Brava coming back. I was so happy they redeemed themselves in the end, because with Gentle Criminal, he always wanted to be a hero and not a villain, and he finally got to be one. All Might standing up to All for One at the end. Despite having no quirk, this dude has balls of steel. A 10 out of 10 series, what can I say? For honorable mentions, I'll put the My Hero Academia movie 4. I thought the film was okay. The action scenes were amazing. It's cool seeing UA work together and teaming up and taking down the villains. Some really nice special effects used by some of the opposing team, and I love the relationship between Gilio and Anna. I do wish it was expanded on a little bit. Next up, I'll put the Blu-rays for JJK and AOT. Technically, these series are from 2023, but considering that these Blu-rays did come out in 2024 with some significant changes, particularly with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, I was like, why not, mate? Let's give it an honorable mention, because some of these changes, particularly in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, blew my mind. Sukuna vs Mahoruga's fight was so dramatically enhanced that it felt like a new episode to me. You can check out all of my comparison videos on this channel. But I was very happy that the MAPPA animators decided to go back and improve certain episodes. This is what happens when studios give their animators time to cook. They deliver greatness. Next up, One Piece. Yes, this is technically a rewatch of One Piece, but because I'm watching it in the English dub, it's like I'm watching it for the first time. And on a rewatch, I think I love it even more. To the point where One Piece has shot up to my number 2 favorite anime of all time. I am currently watching it and reviewing it. My most recent video is of Punk Hazard, so check out all the pre-time skip reviews. But watching it in English dub is a vibe, dude. But number 1 is without a doubt damm, the best show of the year. My gosh, dude. The characters were engaging, the storylines were awesome. It had some really stylistic and vibrant and colorful, whimsical, dynamic action sequences. Voice acting was on point. I love all the characters. They all feel like real people in my opinion. I reviewed the entire series, so go check that out. But my gosh, episode 7, I can't stop thinking about that. Oh my gosh. That was heartbreaking, dude. My gosh, dude. Came out of nowhere. A great series, but can they slightly tone down on those specific scenes, if you know what I mean? Otherwise, a 10 out of 10 anime. Cannot wait for season 2. However, this isn't the only anime that blew me away. I'm going to give another anime a special, true number 1 place. Yes, damm is ranked number 1, but this other anime series did not come out in 2024, but I did watch it for the first time ever. It blew me away. It left me shocked, it left me speechless, it left me entertained. It was a roller coaster. I couldn't rank it number 1, but I will give it a special honorable number 1 mention, and that series is Dragon Ball Z. Yes, it came out in the 90s, but I watched it for the first time sometime after Akira Toriyama sadly passed away. I wanted to see what this great legacy he left behind was all about, and I was not disappointed for the most part. The OG series was an absolute entertaining bop. I reviewed the entire series from the OG all the way to the Cell games, so go check them out. But my gosh, I was just completely thrown through a loop. I thought this was going to be a nonsense, mindless, fighting, big buff muscle men fighting anime. But there's actually story, there's actually character growth. The best characters in my opinion who truly change and grow are Piccolo, Gohan and Vegeta. I did not expect any of those characters to change and evolve and grow the way they did. I was very impressed. And it had some pretty dark moments, particularly in that second tournament arc in Dragon Ball Z after the time skip when Videl was fighting. My gosh, that was intense, dude. While I was not a fan of GT or Super, I did like the way GT came to an end. It felt like a nice way to wrap up this entire franchise, and I was there for it. Super, on the other hand, felt all over the place, especially in the first half, but towards the end, in the Tournament of Power, it finally picked up steam and it finally became a great goated series. Mate, I love Dragon Ball Z so much that I actually went and watched the Kai version, so I ended up rewatching the Z storyline again just to hear the differences, and I really love the Kai version, dude. It's fun, it's action, it's serious, it's dramatic, everything I love about anime. Thank you Akira Toriyama and Toei Animation, thank you. But that is my top 5, or in this case top 6 best anime of 2024. What is your favorite and what is your least favorite? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the view signing out.